listening to the local Earshot podcast with your host, Johnathan Grissom.
Who's
Let's
that?
talk about music.
This guy, motherfucker. I'm gonna have to leave that in this time. Like, it's talking over this part. Like, I normally cut this part out. Like, I would wait and do a lead in. But this is a Christmas episode. This is a special.
Yeah. Special.
Christmas. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart.
He kisses boys under the tree.
Jesus
I'm sorry, not boys.
Christ.
She is a girl.
All right.
Now.
Hello, everybody. This is Johnathan Grissom of More Bands Media and the local Earshot podcast. This is Christmas in July, a special with Christoph and the Love Donations. Punk Rock Santa.
Yeah.
Ooh-wee.
I'm shaved this year because on my face.
Once.
because it's
Well, it's summer.
yeah, it's too hot
What,
for that
you
beard.
think that Santa has a beard in winter or in
Some
summer?
people think he
Summer.
does. I mean, he does on this poster, but that's just so they know it's supposed to be
We're
Santa.
also indoors, you know.
What, you think he has a full bush during the summer?
Oh, dude, like Santa's probably got a gigantic bush. Like, that's hiding that. Like,
He's all natural.
yeah, that dude.
Probably hangs ornaments and everything down there.
Jesus. All right. So, how are things? How's the band been?
Our drummer's a fucking piece of shit, and he's quitting on us.
Oh, is he? Is he quitting?
He's quitting. He's like.
I heard he's just moving.
I don't like it in Oklahoma no more. I'm gonna move back to Georgia. I thought Georgia was another fucking country. I didn't know where the fuck that was.
I mean,
Yeah.
it is a country. Yes, it's an Eastern European country. Are we shipping them off to Eastern Europe?
Yeah.
You better be
That's
careful
what I
out there,
thought.
man. There's a war going on. I think I hear about it all the time on
Yeah.
the news. So.
I'm almost done eating.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, they
That was a
decided
really
to
loud crunch.
decided to get tacos before we started the show. So now all you're hearing is
Yeah.
some crunching.
The lady in the Del Taco drive-thru was a bitch. She was very rude.
Man, what if she's a listener, man?
I don't care.
Man, that hurts. That hurts.
She gave us half of our tacos and they gave us attitude when we went back around. Told her.
That sounds like a
forgot our
listener
other
I
half.
don't want. So
We got 24 tacos. Christoph and you split them.
can you explain?
I had
can you
two,
explain
the
your
stuffed
reasoning
quesadilla
behind 24
tacos.
tacos?
Just so they're mini tacos. They're not full
They're
size
snack
Yeah,
tacos.
they're
tacos.
snack
The
tacos,
reasoning as to
'cause-
why we have to get like 21 or 24 or 12 is because we need a number that's divisible by 3 because that's
Yeah.
what that Taco Tuesday deals are. It's like you get
Yeah.
3 value soft or crunchy tacos for like $1 or what, like 20,
Something like
not
that.
bad.
something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of
So
tacos, this has nothing to do with that. Sedona Crystal Bitch. I don't know if you've noticed, they put up some new photos that were taken here recently.
Yeah, professional black, like all black.
That
and the
was-
chairs in
that
it.
was-
Yeah,
that was
I
my
noticed that.
chairs.
I noticed that chair.
That was my chair's like. Well, it wasn't its professional debut because its professional debut was with you, but on your show was its professional debut. My chair,
Yeah.
It was in those photos. It was the star of those photos.
Were those pictures taken here?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm like, did they take your chair, just like load it up, and we're like, we need this for our photo shoot. We're taking it to a studio.
They did the photos here. On Sundays, I like to rent out for cheaper prices to bands so they can practice, to photographers to use as a studio,
Right.
things like that. That's what I like to do on Sundays, except for the last Sunday, because the last Sunday we do that barbecue. But all the other Sundays, they're open for anybody to hit me up and that needs a place to do their art and has no place to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, we're trying to do something like that in Oklahoma City. We're trying to get a group together to do an artist collective.
Right
that's like a venue. There's a location. I'm not going to say where it's at because people tend to go out and buy things out from under you, but there's a building over there that seems pretty reasonable for rent and it's pretty good size. But like what we're trying to do is just like get a group together so then we can start renting it out during the day for artists like painters and stuff like that to do art.
Yeah.
And I can do my art there and everything. And then at night we just like display all their art and then have shows there. You know.
That'd be awesome.
Just speaking of your
you know,
art,
close to the
man,
show.
like I think my favorite. I don't know if I told you, but whenever your art was hanging in here for that period of time, I think my favorite one was that. I don't know what the sizes and dimensions are for those kind of things, but it's that one that was like yellow and black. It was like that swirl thing going on.
It's the one you said you hated.
Which one?
The one you said you hated.
It was one that I hate.
Well, the one that you didn't like.
Was it really?
Hate's a strong word. I didn't want
Wait,
to tell you that. I didn't want to tell you
the
that
big
because I
one
was
that
trying
looked
to
like a
get you to
snake?
buy it.
No, was it the big one that looked like a snake?
Yeah, it was like a snake kind of looking thing, and you use like yellow and like.
Oh, that's a different one because that's yellows and stuff. This one
Oh.
has like
Yeah, it was
oranges and blacks. And
Oh yeah, maybe I got it.
that one's actually in my bedroom now. I've actually grown to like that one.
Okay.
It took me time because it's not exactly what I normally do, and the paint didn't do what I wanted it to do. And so, but for
That
some reason,
motherfucking paint. You should have slapped it and made it your bitch.
I mean, usually
Oh
that's
wait,
what
did
you
I
gotta,
say that out loud?
Yeah, I mean, that's a weird thing to do with paint, but I mean, I guess that's your thing to do.
My favorite one was the blank canvas, and it looked like someone had faucet ass over it. Wait, that wasn't yours, was it?
No, I don't know that painting. I don't.
My favorite one's right up there.
Yeah, you can't see it on the
kept it.
camera, but yeah,
I kept that one.
Yeah, that's the one I gave you. Yeah, the what do you call it? The one, the snake one. It actually looks that way. No matter which way you place it, the snake looks like that. It's like looking each direction. So like,
Right on.
when you flip it over, it looks the other way too.
Yeah.
So I guess it worked out that it looks like a snake. I didn't plan on it looking like a snake. I have one in my bathroom that's like a triangle, and it has a face in it, like a woman's face, and it's blowing smoke. And like I don't even plan this shit, but like there's like paintings that have faces in them, and it weirds.
You know,
me
I
the
don't
fuck
think I
out.
noticed the. Are you sure you and I are thinking of the same painting that you did?
No, we're
Because-
not sure of it. That's
Well, this one has like pink and different colors. It's all black and it's gigantic. Like this one was big. It was on that side. It was like a big old painting.
This one was
I
big.
think
The one
this one was on this.
it was on
side.
that. It was on this wall here, and it wasn't
Okay.
like big, but it was like maybe mid-sized.
Okay.
And most of it was black, but it had very, like it was like that kind of yellow. That outlet right there.
Okay.
It was
I probably could look up and see which one it is because like I have the pictures from that day in here. So
I kept trying to get him to buy it, but he was all like, "Nah, I don't want to support him."
I didn't. I did not say that.
no, man, he wanted to buy it directly, so he didn't support you.
That's true. He only comes here in the middle of the night, tries to get fucking drunk. He never comes here for shows. What a dick.
What are you talking about?
Yoon does not support his local scene.
Or there's like free food involved, and he eats everything.
Fuck, that guy can pack away. The amount of food this guy packs away blows my mind. Puts me to shame.
Can't like.
Just like that time you ate, was it like over $50 worth of Del Taco?
You should
After
take
working
Yeah, but
out.
that was also whenever I was like working out like for 3 hours every day.
Oh yeah, when you're working out all the time, it's
worse
like
than
you're
that
taking in
one
like
person
3,000-4,000
in their hot
calories
dogs.
a day.
Dude, I was
Like
That
I
one
eat
person
all
in their
day
hot
now
dogs.
because I'm like working
You know what
out
I'm talking about.
and like I eat every minute of the day.
Dude, I don't think I was eating enough is what it was whenever I was like working out like every day for like 3 hours, dude. Because there were some moments where I just like, I look at my fridge and I was like, dude, everything looks so good.
You just start eating like a hobbit. You gotta eat like 6 times a day.
Dude, yeah, I eat like 6 times a day, dude. Did you make sure you loosened? Did you make sure you loosened things
That
before you
sounded
moved
like
it?
a fart.
Jesus, man. Oh my God. I am trying to run a reputable show here. I am a professional.
Ooh-wee.
I am not a professional. I am not professional at all.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
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 All right. So
Damn, son, you're still eating tacos?
Yeah, I got like 3 of them left, I think.
So I just saw you guys practicing, and you guys were playing some songs that you guys have an event coming up.
Yeah. So way back in December when I released Ho 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 as a single, the vinyl didn't come back in time for our Christmas party. Mm-hmm. Came back like a few days later. So I decided, hey, I'm not going to release this vinyl like late. What's the point? So I held on to it until July just so I could do a Christmas in July party.
Awesome.
It's not going to be as big of a thing as our December one. It's just going to be more about playing some music and having some good times and hopefully being in a better mood than I was last year.
Yeah, I thought about it because I still have the video of that somewhere, and I never went through and edited it because I had so much Christmas stuff come upon that year. But then we decided not to release the video because it was just, you were just so depressed at the time that it was just like, man.
I had a lot of stuff going on, like a lot of stuff. It was, and that's one of the reasons why I do the Christmas party, I'm depressed anyway. Like, I'm clinically depressed, and I get suicidal randomly all the fucking time. I don't think there's a day gone by that I haven't thought about it since I was like 6. Christmas party. Everybody has seasonal depression too, on top of the regular depression, things like that. So I tried to throw this party, and it makes me feel good. I have a good time, but this year, my sister passed away, all kinds of shit, just piling up. I just got fucking, I couldn't get out of my funk. No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't get out of my funk. So.
Did you even feel a little better after doing the party, like that night? Because I know you guys still put on the show.
I don't know. I think I went on like a big tirade, just talking about suicide in the middle of the fucking party, like on the mic. I think I got really fucking weird. I don't know. I don't remember. I think I felt a little bit better, but not as good as usual.
Yeah, I've blacked out before, like during speeches and shit. So like I know what you're talking about. When you come back and you're like, wait, what did I say?
Yeah,
like,
I don't remember.
any of it.
I think I talked about suicide a bunch, and it was
I got
weird.
a funny present that night.
That definitely lightens the mood. Or what'd you get as a present?
So there's a running joke we had here making fun of Mark at Norman Computers because he kept stealing the Cokes here, and he'd always go, I took a Coke. Like every, 10 minutes maybe?
Yeah, I'd get like fucking 15 texts a day. I took a Coke. Because he was telling me so I could keep track.
There's plenty of dealers in Oklahoma that if you just put him in contact with one of those, he might not
kind of Coke. He's
Yeah,
too fat to be on.
I'm saying like he could save the weight, and he just like drink Coca-Cola. Like I don't,
But
probably shouldn't say that. That's mean.
So-
That's mean. But no, I mean,
So,
I was going to
Don't
say
let him watch
Mark is
this.
Mark is an alias. Mark
Yeah.
doesn't exist. He's an alias.
yeah.
yeah, it's not his real name.
It's not his real name.
Right.
It's actually Cram, or whatever Mark is backwards.
so finish the story about your present.
Oh, should I add the meme part to it too and some of the other stuff?
Yeah, to do the whole thing.
You
Tell them. I mean, we got all the time in the world. This is gonna be a special 4-hour episode.
What?
Yeah, you're here till daylight,
So-
bud.
Ah, jeez. All right.
And then you get to edit it all.
So basically, Norman Computers, when
I
you
ain't
walk to the
editing
back,
shit.
it looks
Just
like
put it
like
out.
Wolf Creek 2 and there's underground there. That part. He's got like half dead naked women hanging on the walls and shit, and like just booby traps everywhere. That's what it feels like when you walk back there and everything.
There
it always
aren't,
seems
just to be clear, there
Yeah.
are not half dead naked women on the walls. It just, you expect it because
Yeah.
it's so fucking dirty and it's like this weird maze that
Dude,
he
it's
built.
cramped. It's
Yeah.
cramped back
And it's a
there.
maze.
Yeah, it's like a maze that makes no sense as to why it needs
Yeah.
to be a maze.
you
to
feel
get
like
back
you're
there.
Yeah.
you feel like you're gonna get sold into like sex trafficking or something back there. It's
There's
crazy.
a maze back there.
Yeah,
In the building?
Yeah.
Dude, it's like a-
I
yeah.
can show you later.
Well, I mean, it used to be just like a room.
it used
like
to be
big
a
open
comic
room.
book store, yeah. It used to be the comic book store. It used to be fucking big, wide open space.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. He built a bunch of random fucking walls for no reason.
But like,
No, it doesn't
because
make
because
sense.
we were talking about that.
Have
that
you
could
seen
be
Wolf
like
Creek 2?
No.
Go watch Wolf Creek 2 because it literally looks like Mick's lair. It looks like Mick's underground lair from Wolf Creek 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he always, he always has like girls around him that use him for his money. And he, it looked like, so I took this meme, the Jabba the Hutt holding a drink. It looks like a Coke, and it's Princess Leia. And in the caption I put, I took a Coke, making it look like it's Mark holding a Coke, as he's like Jabba the Hutt. And then, so the present that he got me, it was a Funko Pop, and it was Jabba the Hutt.
Wait, you showed him this?
it was Jabba the Hutt on his throne, and he put like a little like.
I drew a word balloon and taped to the box, and it says,
I took a Coke.
And that's what I gave him on stage at the Christmas party.
Yeah, it was like my Christmas birthday present because it was my birthday that day too.
No, you got 2 presents.
Yeah, I did.
I don't remember what the other
It was
one
the
is now.
Social Distortion. Oh fuck.
Oh yeah, the figure.
Figure. Yeah.
The figure you got mad at me whenever you saw me. Fucking, I'm wrapping presents, and he's watching the movie and not paying attention. So I'm like, okay. So I start wrapping this Social Distortion figure that originally he was going to buy from me. Mm-hmm. And he's like, oh, is that for me? So I was like, fuck no. I needed money, man. You've waited too long. I sold this to somebody else. Right? And he got mad and stopped talking to me for 24 hours. I was like, what the fuck do you expect? It's Christmas. I want it to be a surprise, you dumb shit.
I've done some pretty mean shit. Like my nephew used to hound me all the time, and when I was in the service, and I also had money right back then, and so like I'd always buy him really cool stuff. And like my nephew wanted a skateboard. And he just kept hounding me. It was like
should have got him a Christoph skateboard.
Well,
Have you ever seen those?
Then, but
they're coffin shaped. They got the son of the saw, and they're pretty fucking
cool.
badass.
That's cool. It has the wheels on the bottom.
I mean, you can buy wheels and put on them.
Yeah, that's too much work.
I mean, you have to buy the trucks and bearings and the hardware and the wheels.
I just sell the boards.
All that shit.
But yeah,
Grip
so
tape.
like he wanted a skateboard when he was like a kid, right? And so what I did was I went to go one of those little skateboards, the little ones, and I got the
finger skateboard.
Yeah, and I got the box, and I put fucking heavy shit in this box to make it about the weight of a skateboard, and then at the very, very top I put this little bitty skateboard in like a little box at the very, very top, and so like he opens up this box and he's just like opens it up and he sees the picture and he's like, oh my god, it's a skateboard, right? And he goes to open up the box and he goes to and he's like, wait a minute, and he starts to pour it, and it's like fucking random shit, just like rocks and shit, just random shit, and like coming out of this box, and my nephew was like, what the and he's like all like sad and shit, and all my family's like really, John? And I was like, and he looks at this little skateboard. I said, I told you I got you a skateboard, kid. And he got so mad. He was just like, are you kidding me? This is not cool. And I go, dude, your skateboard's in the fucking room, man. And he's like, really? And he's like right in there. He's all happy. So then about 2 years later, my other nephew kept hounding me for like some gaming stuff. And so I got him coal. Because I told him, if you keep on asking me for gifts, I'm gonna just get you coal for Christmas. And so I literally got him like coal, like you put on a cooking oven, not even coal like in the movies, like, you know. And so we went outside for him to open up his gift, and he didn't know why he was going outside. He opened up the coal, and like he started crying. Because he's like 6, 7 years old, and he starts crying, and then his brothers go, "Yeah, you little bitch," and like hit him, and like ran off, and like made it worse. They made it worse, and we're all standing around like, "Oh my god, no!" And then I like grabbing him, like, "It's okay, man, I got you your gift," and he's like, "What?" He's all sad and shit. I'm like, "Man, you guys fucking ruined it. You guys suck." To like my nephews, they're like, "This shit's funny," and then they like went inside. Fucking teenagers, man, they were little shitty, little shitbag. They still kind of are, though. They're all kind of little shitbags. But yeah, like that's the kind of shit I used to do to kids for
My
Christmas.
aunt used to make joke cakes, and it'd always be like, it looked like a real cake. It'd be fully decorated, frosting, candles, the whole bit, and it'd be a fucking sponge. Or one time a balloon, and it fucking pops when you try to cut it.
Dude.
Yeah, that's not even cool, man.
I like the ones that you see on the internet. It's like the chocolate cake, and that's the 2 naked Barbies on it, like they're playing with shit. You never seen that one? Or you never seen that one?
I have never seen that, dude.
What the fuck do you all like? What?
You never seen that one before?
No.
He got it from eBay. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, he bought it on eBay.
I also seen one too. It was like someone decorated as like Mustafar from Star Wars, and it's Anakin and Obi-Wan, and it's Anakin burning.
oh
on the
yeah,
fucking
I've seen that
volcano.
one. That
Yeah.
shit's hilarious.
Is it when Anakin blew up the Death Star twice?
Yeah. Then they made the lesbian R2D2 cake too.
The views expressed by Tim are not the views of the show.
Those are
That's
references.
Disney Star Wars.
Those are-
Disney
those are
Star
refer-
Wars, man.
Yeah, those are references
I
to
haven't actually
acolyte
watched-
interviews.
Leslie
I haven't
Headland.
even watched it yet.
No,
It's
those
not
are
worth it.
interviews with the actors. Those are what
And
we
the
just said. That
director.
was all references
That was all
to
reference to that.
Yeah, one of the guys in like 3 different interviews stated about how Anakin blew up the Death Star twice. 3 different interviews.
Yep.
One, the girl was all like, "Dude, you need to shut up."
Yeah, it was the girl Daphne Keene, the one who played Laura in Logan. Yeah, she was like, "You need to stop talking."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait.
It was
Who
bad.
conducted these interviews? I'm kind of
I
curious.
have no idea. It was.
Yeah, but they don't
awful.
normally correct anybody though on those interviews. I mean, like that's why they make fun of it on SNL, because like what's her name goes on SNL. That's in like the big part of it of the show or whatever of the movies. That one actress. Like,
Dude, you gotta be more specific.
fucking that one that was in the episode ones and stuff like that. Like
Natalie Portman.
Yeah,
No,
Natalie
yeah.
Portman. She goes on there, and then somebody in the audience asked her like some stupid ass question about Star Wars, and then she said, "Well, actually," because she goes, "Well, you guys act like that I actually watch these movies and da 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 da," and then she goes, "But," and then she goes into this huge like description of what the reality was of the statement, and the dude was totally fucking wrong. And so, like, she destroys him, but it's like, but it was all staged, obviously. But that's what they're making fun of, is that most of them don't even watch these movies. A lot of them, they just act. They don't,
Yeah,
they're not actually in them or
just like the
into 'em.
director, she just directs and totally breaks lore, Star Wars lore.
I mean,
fucks up the entire thing.
do you think when it comes to these kind of things, is this when we enter that discussion where it's like when they get the
Here's
people?
Yoon trying to make it all about him again.
No, I'm being like for real here. Like at this point, do we just start like I don't know, like analyzing based on the merits of things? Because it's like, look, they're directors or actors. Yeah, like there's plenty of actors and actresses out there that don't watch their own shit or watch like a franchise or whatever because they don't feel the need to for whatever reason. But do you feel like maybe these people like as a requirement or something should have maybe watched something related to Star Wars or at least be fans of it before like selecting them ultimately to
Or
be
at
part of
least
that?
watch the original trilogy and realize that Anakin did not blow up the Death Star.
Dude, I'm not even a big Star Wars fan to begin with, and I know that when you all first told me that, I was like, wait, who said that? Remember, I was like, who said that? Doesn't happen
Yeah.
though.
That was
Yeah,
my
it was
favorite
so
part.
satisfying watching him die last
I
week.
was about to say that was my favorite part. Like the supposed Sith Lord in the show, like fucking snaps his neck, and I was so satisfied by that. It was awesome.
See, I just watch like Baby Yoda. And,
How dare
and
you.
laugh because it's I
He has a
think
You
name.
mean Grogu?
Yeah.
Grogu, yes, but I mean it's Baby Yoda.
No, it's
his
not.
kid.
It's Grogu.
It's his fucking kid. I don't care what anybody says.
It's
like
the
that-
child
The
or it's
child?
Grogu.
Yeah.
Is
Only
that,
how
acceptable.
fucking dare
Yes.
you?
is that like an actual theory? Like that's like his kid? Or
Well,
something?
there's so
Or-
in season 1 and 2, there's the doctor. He was he even had the kimono or Kaminoan like logo on his uniform. They're the ones who did the cloning for the clones during the Clone Wars,
okay.
and they're talking about like was it Moff Gideon was using was it his blood or something? I can't remember. I haven't watched it in a while. I can't think of it off the top of my head. They're like doing a bunch of blood work on him and others that had that were force sensitive.
What?
And I don't know, it was weird.
I don't. Okay.
There's not a whole lot of answers to that stuff yet. No one knows.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hey, Yoon. No one knows.
no one knows yet.
No one knows you.
We could. You could just.
Yoon.
You
Yoon.
could just show. No, that's
Yoon.
enough.
Yoon. No one knows.
No one knows.
yet.
No one knows yet. Okay.
Well, there's
No one knows,
supposedly
man.
there's going to be a 4th season in a movie, and then I've heard that there's just going to be a movie and not a 4th season. I don't even know anymore.
We're talking about the Mandalorian
Yes.
right, at this point, right? Okay. 'cause
Yeah. Well,
Well,
what brought it
no
up
one
was we're
knows.
talking about
No,
Grogu. Yeah.
Yeah, the Mandalorian show.
There's not really any answers to
Grogu's
that kind of
only
stuff yet.
in Mandalorian, right?
Mhm.
Like Grogu hasn't been in like what the Dirty Bunch or whatever that's called.
Dirty.
I don't know. I like what the hell is
The
it called?
Bad Batch.
The Bad Batch. For some reason, I don't know, man. It has. I remember I don't know. Like
I hate Disney so much these days. You have no
dude, I
idea,
remember.
like,
I remember when it first came
destroying
out.
everything.
When it first came out, like I remember
Fucking
seeing the
dirty bunch
title.
of clones.
I saw the title like once, and I was like, "Oh, okay, so it's like a Western style title or something." And then
Yeah.
then I started thinking of that
They're-
the Dirty Bunch or whatever that
Yeah,
movie was. And then
the Bad Batch or
the
Clone-
Bad Batch, yeah, whatever the fuck it was called. I'm just like, it's got a Western
Force
movie
The
99.
title.
Dirty Dozen.
Yeah.
It was the Brady Bunch.
The Brady Bunch. The Brady
I mean,
Bunch.
you watched a bunch of movies. You
Clone
know which
Force 99.
which cowboy movie I'm referencing, right?
What? You're a cowboy?
No, the cowboy movie I'm referencing. When I said like, yeah, I saw that title, that Star Wars thing like once, and I was like, oh, it's like the
I don't know what you're
The Dirty Dozen.
no,
Or-
that
are you
that
talking
Peck and Paw movie, the one that came out like 69. That was like at the time like one of the most violent movies like ever made because like there was like people like getting shot at and like arterial sprays happening. It was called like the Dirty Bunch or some shit.
Oh, okay.
I don't have my phone on me. Maybe you can look it up. You have a phone.
The Dirty Dozen.
No, it's not the Dirty Dozen. It's
Well, basically, they're a bunch of
Jonathan, you have a computer in front
they're a
of you.
bunch of fucked up, enhanced, defective clones that are badass. Basically,
you have a you have
yeah,
a computer.
that's what
in
they
front
are.
I mean, it does things.
of you. Yeah, like searching the internet, right?
Like,
Yeah,
what are you
don't do it.
looking
Don't
for?
do
What?
it. Don't fall into his trap.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, I mean,
going to
we'll be
make
here
you
for
look
5
up
hours
naughty
looking
stuff.
this up.
He's just
Like,
trying to fucking railroad this thing and make it all about him.
No, I'm just saying, like, y'all are like, it's the Dirty Dozen. I'm like, no, it is not the Dirty Dozen I'm thinking of, man. I'm pretty sure it was a Peck and Paw movie from
was it
'69.
the
I don't know.
Magnificent Seven?
No, you mean
That's pretty
I
good
don't
you
movie,
mean
though.
you mean Seven Samurai or whatever? The Seven Samurai remake? Hell yeah!
Hateful Eight.
The Hateful Eight is really good.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't think I'd type in "Dirty Dozen" on the
Dirty
internet.
Dozen,
It might be so bad.
Dirty Dozen 1967.
Okay, no, it's like the Dirty Bunch. Are you on Wikipedia?
you mean the Wild Bunch?
No, not the Wild. I don't remember anymore. It was
Yeah, this one's a military movie. The Dirty Dozen is.
okay.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
It wasn't military. This one I'm thinking was like a cowboy western thingy.
Anyways,
The Wild
So-
Bunch.
So
No, that's
we're having a
2008.
Christmas party in the middle of July.
Oh wait. Yeah, The Wild Bunch 1969.
My buddy Brian
It's a
Parton's
cowboy
gonna.
movie. The
my,
Wild Bunch.
my buddy Brian Parton's gonna open up the show, and
we're going to have special outfits.
we're gonna have special outfits like we always
Wait,
do
hold on.
because it's
Yeah.
Christmas. We're gonna
1930.
we're gonna make Yoon dance around in his PJs again,
No.
Yeah.
or
Put him in,
or put him in the hot
I
dog
was about
outfit
to
like
say
we did
because
that
he's the
one show.
worst. Yeah.
So y'all are telling me that me buying that Hawaiian shirt like really was just a ruse for y'all to like,
Yeah.
To set him up.
Well, we put you.
To set
What
me
we
up.
could do, you know, what we could do, we could put him in the hot dog outfit, and then he could put the Hawaiian T-shirt on over it,
No, if I wanted
or the
to,
Hawaiian shirt. Yeah,
I
whatever the
would
fuck.
have had to have gotten like a large for that, man. Like, yeah.
But so it's our Christmas show. We're having a record release party, a vinyl release, and Brian Parton's gonna open, and we're gonna sing Christmas songs, and
Yeah.
it's Tim's last show because Tim's a little bitch. So we made special T-shirts since Tim's always crying that nobody knows who the fuck he is. We made special T-shirts that say "Christoph and the Love Donations"
T-shirts.
and have a picture of Tim from one of the Christmas parties, and it says, "Who the fuck is Tim?" And then it says Xmas in
really,
July.
but who the fuck is Tim?
He's fucking nobody.
Yeah.
I mean, to be
know
honest, he fucking
sucks.
sucks at the
He sucks.
drums.
suck.
Oh yeah, he's so bad that he's in like 10 bands.
Right. I know people at the Masquerade. That's why I'm moving to Georgia.
I mean,
Georgia. Did you say Georgia?
Georgia.
Georgia.
Oh, Georgia.
Yeah,
I
you
don't know
suck
that
on the
song.
drums so much that
Yeah.
you've been like on tour like how many times across the United States? You see more states than like a lot of people ever do in their lifetime.
Right.
Oh my God.
But only Eunice played in Metallica.
Yeah. I know. I suck so bad. Lars got the fucking job.
That's pretty bad, actually.
Yeah, he beat me
He
in that
was like one of the
competition.
worst human beings that has ever existed. So
Do you know him personally to make that assessment?
hey, man, I don't need to know him. James Hatfield told me.
Hatfield.
Like the Hatfields and
Hatfield's and
McCoys.
McCoys.
Oh,
Is that like
Jesus.
is that like Wish James Hetfield?
You were about to say Hatfield.
Yeah.
Almost got you.
So these limited T-shirts are going to be available just for this one show, this one night, and then I'm going to burn what's left over. But
What?
if you,
What?
Yeah.
But
Burn him in
if
the
you
parking
want-
lot or like what?
yeah. But if you
In the
want to make
building.
sure,
Like a sacrifice?
if
Or?
you,
building.
yes, but if you want to make sure that you get one, we are going to start taking pre-orders tonight. After we're done recording the show, we're going to put it up on the internet. But just message me and I'll get you the PayPal email address, and you can pre-order them in whatever size you want, and then come pick it up July
Yeah.
19th at 89th Street.
I'm not going to name any names, but we're going to make a specific T-shirt for one of my old guitar players, and we're going to do black. We're going to do the white ink, and I think the plan is we're going to pee on it, and we're going to make it yellow. I might wipe my ass with it too. I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't thought about it yet.
But we're gonna his favorite color is yellow, so we're gonna give him a yellow shirt, and then we're gonna take pictures of him wearing it, and use it for ads. Because he said he wants one, and I just think it's great
Yeah.
that this guy who, yeah, I just think this is great. I just can't wait to see him wearing a Christoph and the Love Donations shirt.
With my face on it. It'd be even funnier.
Oh.
What, you think that they were talking about you? Is
No,
that-
no.
Yeah.
I think
You think you know
I think
what's
yeah.
happening now?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's
Yeah.
just say Donnie Wahlberg.
Oh,
Actually, no, he wasn't who I was thinking of. Actually, I was
no,
thinking
we're
of-
talking about Donnie.
Okay.
Yeah, I was in a band with Donnie Wahlberg before he was in
New Kids
in
on
the
the
New
Block?
Kids on the Block. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was playing drums for him.
this is legitimate, man. Legitimate stuff
Wait,
happening
that
over
what?
here.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
like,
I was in
wait,
Metallica
wait,
and he
Kids
was
on the
in
Block.
Yeah.
a band
Yeah.
before.
I was in a band with Donnie Wahlberg before he was in New Kids on the Block.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
He was playing
Yeah.
guitar and singing. I was playing
And
drums.
how old are you?
Huh?
How old are you?
I turned 27 in December.
And how old were you when you were playing drums with him?
-5.
I'm like, this does not math out at all.
Yeah,
Math, not
that's how
even
good I
once.
was, though. You know.
Jesus. It's always a wild, wild time when I'm talking to you guys. So yeah, that movie that you're talking about is right here.
It is a Peck and Paw movie, right?
Oh.
If
Sam
you-
Peckin?
Sam Peckinpah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Peck and paw.
Yeah.
Peck and paw.
You're pecking your paw.
You're pecking your paw.
Yeah, I don't remember what other movies that guy's directed, but yeah, maybe I'm just a violent guy. I don't know. Like I remember going down a Wikipedia rabbit
Yeah,
hole
man.
whenever I was like 12, where it was like it was like a list of like the most violent movies ever made or some shit, and I was just like that movie was on the list, and I was like, oh, movies from the 60s are violent or whatever it was, and then it's like,
Have
oh,
you seen a Serbian film?
Yes.
Yeah, me and Rachel watched that for fucking Valentine's Day.
Why? I feel like you have told me this too, and I'm just like, why? I mean, it's funny though. Why?
Serbian Jesus.
Oh, it was fucking awful. I was like, I was all like, yeah. And I was like, at the end of it, I was like, I don't want to have sex no more. I changed my mind.
Dude, I will say one movie that, like, actually, maybe I'm not that violent after all, because that one movie you put on, Martyrs, that we watched, dude, that movie fucking
That movie was
sucked.
awesome.
That movie fucking sucked. Like,
was
it
that-
started great, and then when
With
that
that
little...
weird-
I still don't understand.
She kept seeing that weird
You
golem
keep
looking
saying-
fucking creature thing or
You
whatever.
keep saying that we watched the original French version.
We did.
But I did not own the original French version. I owned the American remake. And then when I bought the original French version, you said we already watched that. So how did we watch it?
No, we watched the French one when you
'Cause-
put it on the TV. You put it on the TV, man.
How?
Mandela.
It was
effect.
like
What?
no. It was
Mandela effect.
How?
Modelo effect.
Mandela effect.
The
I need
McDonald's,
As
the
in
McDonald's
he was
effect.
drunk on drunk on Modelo.
Yeah. Speaking of,
Wait, dude, no.
I need to
like,
get me another one.
It was like on 2B
I
or
gotta pee,
something,
too.
man. It was like on 2B or one of the streaming things.
To be.
To
To
be.
be.
Dude,
you forgot the what is it?
Dude,
what was
you
the
put-
fucking to be whatever the fuck it does when you open it.
dude, you
Sweet, we can talk bad about him once he's gone.
Dude, you put it on the TV, man.
He won't know
I
nothing
saw
that
it.
you say right now until after.
And
he
yeah,
listens
she
to it
did see
later,
that
so you guys
golem
can
looking
say
dude.
whatever
Like,
you
it had,
want
like,
right
cuts
now
or something all
about
over
him
him.
since he's leaving.
Yeah, the golem looking dude with the cuts all over him and shit. Like when dude was like naked falling around the house and shit because she was like hallucinating. Dude, we watched the French version on that fucking TV in the other room.
So I feel like I was listening to like satellite radio, and then like this song came on, and like I swear that they never wrote a French version, like the first verse of the song, and then like the whole first verse was in French, but then it was in English, and I think that the person in the studio was like, "Oh shit," and, like played the wrong version or something, and like switched it real quick or something. Because I was like, "There's that song has never had a French version," but I forget what song it was, but.
But when it was switched over, was it like seamless or was it? Like
Yeah,
an
it was
autumn?
pretty seamless. So that's what was weird about it. I was like, did I just hear French? And it really was not singing French. Like,
I don't know.
fucking crazy.
Yeah.
You know?
That's yeah.
So you guys can say anything about him right now. He's gone. And,
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, you know, he's definitely not the best drummer I've ever had. So,
Dude, nobody's the best drummer you've ever had except maybe Blizzard.
yeah. And you know, it's,
I like
it's
how
whatever.
I like how Blizzard and you are on similar, if not the same wavelengths with things. Because I do remember that one time how I don't know. I think he got mad at you about something or some whatever, and then I don't remember what prompted him to go on some tirade. But I remember he said something about he like went on some tirade to you and through text about how everybody in your band sucks. And I'm just like, damn, I've never even met you, dude.
But he does agree that you're fucking awful, that you are the worst bass player.
God.
But I don't know.
I don't know how you guys tolerate all
I've
this
never,
pain, you know?
I have never understood human connection or how to have friendships and maintain them. I don't get close with people, but he's my best friend. Like me and him get along, but you know he's schizophrenic, so that tracks.
So with him, you have multiple best friends then. Like,
It's messed up.
But
hey, you know, I have a lot of mental problems, so I mean, I can't really like, you know, talk bad about anybody else's mental problems because
You're just like,
we all
"Ayy."
got mental problems.
You just like gang.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all 5 of them.
yeah, like you know, if he lived here, I would probably just fire all you guys and just record all the parts myself, or have him record them and then just set them all up with triggers and just me and him go and fucking play with nobody else.
Damn, that's hard, man.
Yeah. Wait,
Yeah.
you mean triggers? You mean,
It'd be like basically like on the studio Christmas album when you thought you played the bass, but it was actually me.
I mean, I did. You know, I did.
And then I re-recorded it with me, so it was done right.
Mind you, this was also like it was getting late. We were all like up for a while. And
No, I assure you, Dude, you remember how you were playing it wrong for an entire fucking year?
I guess.
And
Kinda.
I had to teach you. I was like, no, there's whole entire parts that you're missing. And you
Sure.
listen to the recording and you
Go
don't
on.
realize that that's not you.
Okay, at least half of it was because
Like, go
I
on.
will say at least half of it was to remember because it was like
No, there's a couple songs like
no, but this song in particular you're referencing.
No, that was all me. I
No,
re-recorded
no,
it
no,
beginning to
no,
end.
no, no, no,
No, I did.
no, no,
I
no,
re-recorded
no,
it
no,
beginning
no,
to
no,
end.
no, no,
But
no,
there's songs on there I didn't have time to re-record, like Last Christmas. That's you.
No, 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 no.
Last Christmas is you.
No, 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 no.
I assure you.
No, 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 no.
You're a fucking idiot, dude.
Dude, there's
Like
at
a
least
fucking mope.
dude, there's like what that song you're referencing.
No, there's like 2 songs, but that song that I'm referencing is all me.
Pretty sure like half of it.
No,
was.
it's not.
Okay, a quarter.
No, it's not.
An eighth.
It's really not, dude.
16. How long are we going? I'm 32.
30 seconds.
Like, what
Dude, it's really not. There's no you on that
A
song.
64th. Oh, I didn't need
There's
it.
no there's no you on that song.
There's no you. Yeah,
There's no you on that song.
I was gonna say that there's no
Shut
you.
the fuck
There's
up.
no
Will
letter.
you slap him real quick?
There's no me either. I'm not on any of it, on any of the songs.
Will you slap him? Hey, you're on the album cover for the new Ho 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 single.
Yeah, the back of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's just me and Rachel
The
on the
back
front.
of it.
Because I like Rachel better than all of y'all.
Yeah, I
so,
know.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
she's
yeah?
better than you.
Bless you. This episode is sponsored by Del Taco and Modelo.
This episode is sponsored by fucking Yoon's ass.
Well, this is episode 140 of the Earshot podcast.
Oh, it's that's how far along it is now. Episode 140.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's amazing. Actually.
Yeah, it would be a lot further, though.
It's okay.
He kept
mean-
getting lazy. He kept saying, "Hey man, let's record you, and then I'll put it out in 2 days." And then he'd be all like, "Nah, man." 3 weeks later, and then he just never. There's probably like 15 fucking episodes of Christoph that never got released because he
Oh,
got
yeah.
lazy.
Yeah, because I kept recording them with you, and I was like, nope, not releasing that one. Not releasing that one.
Did you ever
Not
release the one where I was really depressed? Did you release that?
Yeah, in audio form.
shit.
Yeah, in audio form. Like the
Oh my
Christmas
God.
one was released in audio
No,
form.
I
So did we ever find out how many people killed themselves after listening to it?
No, and I hope not. Like, I hope not. Like, I don't want to be responsible for that.
Not you, me.
Yeah, well, I mean, just saying, any of us being responsible for that,
Yeah.
that's kind of sad.
Would you be responsible though? Because like it's like, nobody forced them to listen to what like like is
I mean, what was it? The one person
Unless-
that read The Catcher in the Rye and they went out and murdered fucking people. Like,
unless you like I don't know. Actually, I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. I don't think.
again,
I'm just saying though, but
That Modelo effect.
That's the Modelo effect. I'm just saying, like,
no, but like for real though, it's like, would you be at fault though? I mean, like, would you even would you even go into court and they would say negligible homicide or whatever it's called, manslaughter or whatever?
if I don't know if enough people watched or listened to what you wrote. I don't want to fucking know. I don't know how that works.
I mean,
we get to sue somebody over a song that like because they committed suicide. That'd be like every emo fucking song ever made.
So that's
like
okay. So you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. But I mean, like every emo song ever made, it'd be like, yeah, a lot of people probably killed themselves after listening to all that emo stuff because it's all depressing. And
There was or like the Columbine shooting. Fucking, they were trying to go after like Marilyn Manson and like Slayer and like a bunch of other bands and shit.
I was
Yeah.
friends with people in high school that were like that. That were like those kids.
Oh yeah.
That wore the trench coats and like all that kind of stuff. And one of my friends got pissed because he could no longer wear a trench coat to school because of that.
Oh.
And he was all mad about it because
Yeah.
he was like he had this leather trench coat that his dad gave him. But yeah, he was like a fucking gothic like psychopath.
I was about
and
to say,
and
man,
one of the other kids, they thought he was the Unabomber. Like he acted like that.
I was about to say, and then I could have sworn, didn't like someone tried going after like Slipknot too one time over, it was like Disaster Piece or something, like some kid
I'm sure-
stabbed
I'm
somebody
su-
in school or some shit, and they're trying to blame Slipknot.
Is it time for a music break?
Yeah, if you want to do one.
Okay,
wanna
type in
play?
the porn orchid.
I'm not playing other people's music. I'm playing your music.
Oh, but this song is called "Christmas Sucks" by the Porn Orchid, and we should listen to that one.
But we can't listen to commercial music.
Come on, man.
It's nobody knows who they are. It's always
Okay,
mislabeled.
Is it local?
No, it's underground.
So, but they're on Spotify.
Probably not.
Then
I don't know.
It's probably on YouTube.
it's a Christmas song.
Yeah, it's called "Christmas Sucks" by the Porn Orchid. It's commonly mislabeled
I
as
feel
Peter
like-
Murphy
I-
and Tom
I
Waits,
feel
but it's
like-
not. I just feel like, to make up for a really bad Christmas episode in December, that I should play this song for everyone. When you look it up, it'll probably say Peter Murphy and Tom Waits, but it's totally not Peter Murphy and Tom Waits. It's the Porn Orchid.
Yeah, it says Tom Waits, Paul Murphy, Christmas Sucks. But
Yeah.
but that's the right one.
Yeah.
Just the wrong artist.
Yeah, it's the Porn Orchid. You should play that. Everybody, I think my band needs to hear it. I think you need to hear it. I think any listeners from last December need to hear it.
How old is this song?
I have no idea.
Well, I mean, because it may not even have a. It's like public domain at this point, probably.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe, hopefully.
Yeah.
I don't know though. We played like other songs and we never got in trouble.
Yeah, I think we should play this.
Oh, give me a noose I can hang from the tree. I need no excuse to end my misery. This holiday season is all the more reason to die.
Oh, pull up a stool and an ear to a fool who once found some solace in the season of Yule. This holiday season is all the more reason to cry.
I put on my mittens, one green and one red, and I walk alone where they bury the dead. The snow falls as I grieve, it's a gothic death rock Christmas Eve.
The bottle is empty, the sleigh has a flat. The stripper in my bed is ugly and fat. Her tassels are tangled, and what's worse, my jingle won't jangle.
This time of the year makes me sick to my guts.
All this good cheer is a pain in the nuts.
When it's your career to be down in the dumps, tidings of comfort
And joy really suck. I feel like St. Nicholas is pulling my leg.
this thing we call Christmas is a sorry black plague.
This holiday season
Is all the more reason,
all the more reason to die.
all the more reason,
To die.
all the more reason,
To die.
all the more reason to
I just needed that to get me into holiday spirit.
Man, that sounds like a song that should have been on like Nightmare Before Christmas.
I felt like I just listened to the trial.
That's Oingo Boingo.
Oingo Boingo.
Oingo Boingo. That's who sang all the Jack Skellington parts.
Oh yeah. I
like to tell people that are just really in love with Nightmare Before Christmas and think Jack Skellington is the end all be all. I like to ruin their childhoods by making them listen to Oingo Boingo's Little Girls.
No.
I say, just close your eyes and imagine Jack Skellington singing to you, and then I put that song on, and then they'd say, "Fuck you, Christoph."
That's like that's like whenever I was in high school and people were like, "Oh my gosh, I love Eminem," and I'm like, "Oh yeah," and then I said something like, and then I quoted one of his songs where I said, I think the line was, "My favorite color is red, like the blood shed for Kurt Cobain's head when he shot himself dead," and then these people would be like, is that really? And I'm like, yeah, dude, that's a song called "Come On Everybody" that was on the Slim Shady LP.
Yeah. Nowadays people are going back and listening to his music after he's released that new song Houdini, and they're like going back and listening to his old stuff, and all these like young people are getting offended by Eminem now, and it's like, dude, you cannot cancel Eminem. Like that motherfucker will cancel you 3 times over after you cancel him. Like he'll call you out on a fucking rap song next. Like you don't fuck with that dude. That's like Chappelle. You don't cancel him either. Like you cannot cancel.
Oh hell, he did
people.
that song a few years ago called Tone Deaf too. That one was pretty. Yeah.
I haven't listened to that one. No.
So did you listen to those Motley Crue lyrics I sent you the other day?
Yeah, and I was like, oh no, and I was like,
I had no fucking clue. This was pedo shit. This wasn't like, you know how everybody sings about like some teenage girl like 16, 15, whatever in the whole rock and roll scene back in the day. Motley Crue was singing. It was like 12, wasn't it?
No, it was like the line was something like.
She's only 12 years old and naked in my bed or some fucking shit.
No, it was like it's a song. It's a song I believe off of Girls, Girls, Girls. It was
fucking bad.
It was what is it?
I'm exaggerating.
In the name of rock and roll or something. All in the name of, and like the first line is something like, she's only 15.
I swear I thought it said younger.
No, it was something like, the line was something like, the line was something on the lines of like, she's only 15 and that, like something legal, but legal's never been my scene. And I'm just like, this is like literally in the first line. I'm like, that's kind of, that's okay, like,
the guy,
all right.
the guy that made the video was doing it on a bunch of them. Like one of them he did, maybe it wasn't Motley Crue, maybe it was one of the other ones, because like I saw 3 or 4 of his videos. One of them, the kid was like 12 or 13. I was like, what in the actual fuck is wrong with people? How I don't care that it was 1972. How are you not canceled?
Yeah, well, I mean, and there's a lot of that. Like, if you go online, you just look up like old music lyrics, and you just read some of these lyrics.
Like Gigi Allen.
Yeah, fucking like Jesus, man.
But with
insane,
Gigi Allen, it's like there was like some sense of irony there, where it's like it's so ridiculous, over the top, exaggerated and like just the type of, I guess, person he was musically. It's like you can't help but look at that and be like, okay, this is like a total. This is a.
I saw a picture of him meeting Johnny Cash the other day, and I'm sure it was fake, but I just want it to be real.
Was he covered in blood and feces when you met him?
He was coming out of the audience. I mean, I don't know.
Or I should say his own blood and feces.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Can I have one of those?
Yeah,
Thanks, man.
Yeah. No, look, it's old music lyrics are just something else. Like, okay, like, no, you ever listen to any of these songs and you kind of like, you're just like, man, like this song kind of.
Yoon has a girlfriend now.
Yeah, we saw that.
It's weird.
And then we shot him with darts.
She's real. Oh yeah, you were here for that. You were here for that.
They're nice
it's really
and pointy.
weird. I don't understand.
She's still alive.
I don't understand how he got
Still alive.
one. I thought she was fake for like a solid year. I thought she did not exist.
Wait, you've been dating this girl for a year, and then you never knew that she was real?
No, he knew.
No, I had never seen her.
Dude, I showed you photos and like.
He showed me one fucking photo.
Dude, I showed
Were they together?
He one photo, and he wasn't in the photo.
That's what I'm asking. Like, if he was in the photo.
No.
Because I always ask these people. I'm like they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I'm dating someone," and then it's like, "Do you have a photo together?" And they're like, "No, we don't take pictures." Like, and it's like, really? All right. Like, okay.
Oh.
One time, my little brother, like, I don't know how I found out, but he got a girlfriend, and for some reason he wouldn't like tell me who it was. And like, whatever, or, I'm like, cool, show me a photo or something. And like, for some reason he never would. And so one time I got up this like idea where I was like, hey, I have a girlfriend too. I'll show you a photo if you show me yours. And I
I'll show you mine if you show me yours. That's not sus at all.
So I went to
Man, this story's getting weird.
I went to Google and I pulled a photo of movie actress Saoirse Ronan, and said that, and like, dude, you could tell that this was like, dude, it was like a pro shot photo too. Like, you know, it's like, and she's a celebrity, so it's like it should have been obvious that, you know, this is not my girlfriend and she will never be my girlfriend. And so it was like, I showed him that photo, and then he showed me a photo of his girlfriend. And I was like, hey, by the way, have you ever seen her movies? And he was like, what? And I'm like, yeah, you know, she was in this movie called like Brooklyn or Lady Bird or some shit.
It's like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, he actually got, I think, a little offended that I was like, I duped him like that.
You know, Mark always talks about his hot Russian girlfriends, and he'll show us pictures that look like he just Googled fucking e-thoughts. and
Big boob Russian woman.
None of them look real. None of us believe him. But he just keeps showing them. I'm like, dude, just go buy a Russian mail order bride already.
It's like, yeah, he's finding.
You want citizenship?
He's going on
I want
Google
citizenship.
Images.
You give me citizenship.
He's going to Google Images and acting like a 12-year-old and looking up like big boobies or something.
I make fun of him about this all the time too, and he's like, "Whatever, dude. You're just jealous that you ain't got one." And I was like, "Well, yeah, it's true."
Yeah.
I mean, if I could get a hot Russian girl, even if I had to pay for it, I would probably take that.
Yeah, I mean, I like one of my friends from high school is like she's from Russia, and she's gorgeous.
Oh yeah.
Like, you know?
No, one of the guys I worked with, he had a Russian mail order bride, and she was a sweetheart. She was a total sweetheart. And, I mean, she had some, like, I mean, I'm sure it wasn't love, you know, but she seemed like she actually cared for him. He paid for her medical bills and stuff. She had some kind of something going on, you know. And, I mean, you know, they were happy enough. And, I mean, fuck. It's like, I see nothing wrong with it, you know?
Yeah.
Go for
But
it.
to clarify, Yoon's girlfriend is real. I was
I was here to see it.
I mean, I
saw
met
it.
her the night he met her too. So
Yeah.
we saw GBH down in Dallas at the tree. It was really funny though, because like we stood in front of the stage for the entire show. There's like 4 or 5 bands that night, and I ran back into the pit for each band, and like all the chaos went to Yoon as I stood right
That
next
was
to him.
bad,
Like
yeah.
his whole hand got tore up, and he got like a puncture wound in the back of his head from a spike, and he got kicked in the face from a stage diver.
It broke my glasses.
Broke his
yeah.
glasses, and I hardly got touched. And I went in the pit for like every band.
Me and,
I made it back to the stage and stood right next to him. He got hit by everything.
Ian, was that considered a hate crime? Like,
stop
No,
Asian hate.
so the love donations, they're staying together right after he leaves.
Yeah. That was pretty funny though for a while. Like, you know, like people ask me like, "How's you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, you got a girlfriend?" They'd be like,
Is she
"Is she
real?
even real? She exists?"
Several people said
Yeah.
that, not just me.
Yeah, it's not just him. Several people
Yeah.
were like, "Huh?"
They're like,
Fucking Hans and fucking it was one of them that said it. And,
"Yeah." Kim said it
and
too.
Nolan,
Yeah.
Nolan and
yeah.
Kim. Nobody believed
Hey, you
it.
know, I'm happy for you because honestly, like every single girl that's ever taken interest in me in the last like fucking 7 years in Oklahoma have been fucking crazy as shit. So, like, you know,
No, I
don't really date much anymore
Dude,
because of it.
Crazy attracts crazy. That's
yeah, but,
what it
but
is.
No, but they are like,
Yeah.
Batshit.
Well, no, I get it because I have the same issue.
Yeah.
Crazy attracts crazy. The only difference is we're working on our shit, and they're not.
Exactly.
Yeah. And so that's why it's not a compatible relationship.
Yeah.
If you know, a lot of these girls, they don't realize that they're fucked up and damaged. We know we're fucked up and damaged, and we're fucking trying to better ourselves and be good fucking humans, you know? That's the difference.
Yeah.
Well, I am anyway. I don't know about you,
I'm
little
just kidding.
bitch.
I'm
You
just
little
kidding.
biatch.
I actually
I'm
go
gonna
to therapy.
fucking
I
fight you
actually
now.
stopped drinking, so that was.
I
something.
know.
Yeah.
That's what I was talking
Yeah.
about. But now you're all like, oh, I don't know, dude, trying to fucking fucking play. I'll fucking kick your ass. How about that?
Wait, how long have you been like not?
About a month now.
Oh, nice. Congrats.
Yeah.
You
but,
notice he's the only one here without a beer?
But it's more medical related.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. I won't go into that, but like it's medical related. That's why I'm not doing it.
We're not
anymore,
going to
so.
make this a depressing episode.
Yeah, it's not a depressing episode because I'm okay. I'm getting
Look,
treatment for
I
what I
didn't
have.
offer. That's why I didn't offer.
You
I
can.
have a kidney thing and I'm getting treated.
Yeah.
So like it's cool.
Oh, okay, I was like, dude, as long as
Not
you're not-
liver. No liver. Like the thing about the liver thing, it was insane because like I went to go get
didn't
tested.
I didn't mention any.
No,
liver.
no. I'm saying like most people assume that your liver's fucked. You know,
Yeah.
like whenever you stop drinking, and it's like literally I went to go do like my yearly test or whatever, and the other day, and they said that my liver was running at 100% now. So
Oh, wow.
like literally like most people's livers don't run at 100% if they're drinking like at
Right.
all. Like so that's a good thing. But yeah, it's just like one of those. That's why a big part of why I haven't been putting out as many episodes is because I had a whole period of time where I got diagnosed with stuff and I had to go through a lot of medical stuff, and so I had to pull back. And and I like people to know that, just because it's like I didn't just quit doing the show. I just like it's hard to keep on doing something whenever you have all this like stress from other shit piling on, so but it's like one of those things where it's kind of put things in perspective, and a lot of times it's like whenever Christoph had that post about not serving alcohol here and how it's an all age place, and and Incom is like an all age place, and it's meant to be like a place where people can come hang out and like just enjoy music and actually like watch people play and be a part of a scene.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like a lot of people they go out just because of the alcohol.
Right.
Yeah.
And I had to learn that, like, because for a little bit it was like that, where like I was going to like I would stop going to venues and bars for a little bit because it was like literally I would drink if I went, and it wasn't because it was the alcohol, it was because they don't have options other than alcohol. I go to Blue Note and what do you call it, Lost Highway, and they have terp tonics, which are like terps part of marijuana that does not get you high, it just makes you relaxed. And then they have CBD drinks that just make you relax. They don't get you high, they just make you chill out for a little bit. And ironically, it still gives you somewhat of a weird hangover, but and it gets you drunk technically. Like you're relaxed, you're chill, you're hanging out with everybody. But then when you get home, like you wake up the next day and the hangover's not as bad, and it actually is very good for your body apparently. So it's like being healthy but not doing that.
But
shit.
yeah, that whole thing though was pretty funny because I going back to who the fuck is Tim. So so the show happened here that night. That post that he made.
Wait. Who the fuck is Tim?
Who the fuck is Tim?
So that post that he made about the how we don't do alcohol here for the shows and everything, like do it outside. We have the trash can and everything. Don't litter the lot. So one of the bands, the people that came to see them, all decided to go over to my other job at down the street, Red Brick Bar where I work, and they were bitching about the place, not knowing that I'm his drummer and that I also work over there too. Bitching about that they can't drink alcohol in here during the show, and
here's the thing: there was literally like kids that were 5 and 6 years old running around, a fucking 15-year-old working the snack bar, fucking and they're like the place is filled with kids, and they're mad that they can't drink. Yeah, it's like what the fuck, and who the fuck. I'm sorry, but who the fuck goes out to a local business and just ignores the sign on the door that says no outside food or drinks, brings a fucking bunch of beer in, and then gets mad at you for telling them, hey, I don't care if you drink, but you got to drink outside. Go do it in your car or whatever. There's a trash can out there, so you don't have to drive away with an open container. But this is an all ages place. I can't legally serve. You can't legally have it here. We're surrounded by kids. Just take it outside.
Right.
Yep.
But I'm the asshole.
Yeah.
Then they go.
And that's what I'm saying is that there's not many places like that in Oklahoma, like City, Norman, Edmond, in these areas. There's not many places that are for younger people, and a lot of times when we were like teens and stuff, we'd all go to like was it the Green Door and places like that, 89th, and back whenever it was the Conservatory or whenever it was like what was it, the Green Door before that, like and a lot of times like we were around that, but they had like roped off areas. It was like everybody had to drink behind that roped off area, and then they had the normal area. But it's like, but the way that things have changed, it's like people are literally smoking weed in the middle of venues now, and doing that stuff. And I mean, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with it. If I'm in a place that's 21 and older, and I'm allowed to smoke weed because I do smoke weed, I'm gonna go out on the patio on Blue Note and smoke weed.
Yeah.
You know, because there's no kids there. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
But I don't see it right whenever like there's like younger people around to be.
Oh yeah,
doing
there's
that
like
shit,
a literal
you know?
like a 4 or 5 year old running around here that night too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just a personal viewpoint, but it's like I'm not one of those holier than thou people. I hang out with people that drink, and I didn't quit drinking technically. Like I'm not like going to meetings or any of that kind of stuff. And if I want to have a beer or something like that at some point, I'm gonna have a beer if I want one. You know, like but I've literally cut down all the way to the point of almost zero.
And I've
you
got
know?
no issues. I don't chase people off my fucking sidewalk or nothing if they're
Right.
doing it either. I'm like, whatever happens outside those doors where I'm not at, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
You know, do that. I put a trash can out there because I don't want you driving off with open containers, and I don't want you littering my lot.
Right.
So I mean, like, you know, just whatever. Just be safe.
Yeah.
You know you. I don't know you.
Right.
You know what you're capable of and what you're not. That's you. I'm not trying to judge. I'm not trying to stop you. I just don't do it in these doors.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, and that seemed reasonable, you know, whenever I saw that post. And it's like, but a lot of people, that's kind of their argument, that they don't come to shows because they don't serve alcohol. Like they'll be like, well, that venue doesn't serve alcohol.
Well, then
Go there.
that's
And it's
I'm
like,
okay
well, then
with
you're
them
missing
not
out.
coming
You're
here.
missing out on
Yeah.
bands. Like
And,
that's your
and I'm
fault,
okay
you know?
with them not coming here. I'm not making money off any of these shows. If you want to be an asshole, go to fucking Blue Note and be an asshole.
Yep.
If you don't want to be an asshole, then come hang out here.
Right.
You know?
Totally agree. I mean, and that's the thing is like, it's like there's a lot of good music out there. I mean, and it's like, you know, the argument that I had on the other show about the fact that like people, we were talking about the last 2 episodes about pricing and how like how much are you paying for a band, and each band, and how 3 bands, whatever it is, you know, and somebody was like one of the people had a show in Oklahoma City, but it was $20 to get in. I'm like, I don't know about paying $20 to see some local bands that I could go see at Grand Royale for 10 or 5 on another night.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to go to a venue outside of town to go watch your band for $20. I'm not doing it, because it's like, if I can see your band anywhere else, and they're like, oh, well, but there's these outside bands and stuff. And it's like, still, I mean, like, if there was a major band that you guys were playing with, like if you were doing Diamond Ballroom, then maybe.
Yeah.
But I mean, but ticket prices are going up, period, across the board.
Even 89th Street.
Yeah.
Like when I fucking play with Doyle and shit, we could probably get away with charging 20, but it's always 10, maybe 15.
What was the? Do you remember what they were charging like 15 or something for when we did Cancer Slug
That
back
night-
in
that-
February?
Tonight had a show. It was at 89th Street. It was the Cryptopsy show. That was like 25 at the door.
I know.
But when we opened for Cancer Slug, was it 10 or 15?
I want to say
pretty
it
sure
was
it's 10.
15.
Yeah,
Was
I think
10?
it was 10.
Okay.
I think Doyle was
I can't
15.
remember.
I think Doyle was 15.
I can't remember.
I don't know. They got the same singer, so, you know. It gets
Yeah,
confusing.
Alex. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, like, and I mean, it maybe sounds kind of like a diggish that you're not willing to there, but I mean, but it was funny because my buddy Carter, that's from Tulsa, he goes, dude, my mom told me that she wouldn't pay $20 to come see me play.
Oh, shit.
You know, and it's like if your mom says she ain't gonna pay it, then that means that, like, you know, normal people probably aren't gonna do it. And I'm like, and their focus is all wrong, because like whenever you talk to like actual people in industry and stuff, of the higher level industry, that's the real commercial music
Yeah.
industry, and like a lot of those people come speak at ACM and stuff where I'm going to school, and like they say that like that you got to be able to pack a room, you got to get the attention of these bigger venues. If you want to play Tower, if you want to play Criterion, if you want to play Beer City, or you want to play like, you know, even like Pepsi, or not Pepsi, sorry, it's Denver, Paycom Center, anything big like that, you got to grow. And if you're not growing in your local area, you're supposed to start in your local area, whatever city you're in, dominate that city, then move to the next city, dominate that city, and grow city to city, and then you grow. Over
Nobody's
time.
ever going to grow in Oklahoma City because too many people like to spread lies and make up stories about the other bands.
Yeah.
Right, and that's what I'm
That's
saying
a
is that there's
big
too much
problem with it,
fighting
too.
going on among all
And
these
you also
bands.
have like a very select few venues where they're like owned by the same group of people.
yeah, and
Yeah,
they
they
only
have
play
a
the same 5 bands.
Yeah.
I mean, like that's the problem too. You know, it's like oversaturation of certain bands, and then other bands don't ever get play,
And then
it's
certain bookers, promoters have their hands in almost everything, all those venues too. That doesn't help, and they spread lies about people.
yeah, no, I know,
There's
I know,
that,
because
too,
I've
so,
heard the lies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, and I've also been part of certain things that have
Yeah.
been negative that I, you know, like that I help people out and to go get their stuff, and then suddenly like my stuff was in a storage unit behind the building, so I will never support that area ever again.
Yeah, I know what you're
because
talking
of that.
about.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That
and so it's
happened.
like I'm not.
That's some BS.
Yeah,
was
and
told
so I
that
mean,
story.
yeah, and so it's like I'm not like it's like I will support people, but like you got to support everybody.
Yeah.
And you can't just pick and choose who you're supporting.
Well, I
And,
do though.
you know,
I pick and choose.
well, what do you
if
know? What I
you've
mean,
been an
there's a difference
asshole,
between like being
yeah.
like picking and choosing because you're basing it on like if they're actually serious bands, things like that.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about like as in like not having new stuff all the time.
Right.
Just like the same 5 people coming in or the same type of music
Yeah.
all the time. Like some of these places they're playing the same. And I get it, you know, there's country bars all over Oklahoma City.
Right.
That's fine, but like,
Or they're your friends. It's like I get that, you know.
Yeah.
But
but it's like, but I mean, and maybe they're covering for another band that's coming in. Cool, you have that phone, you have your little list, and you're like, okay, these are bands I know could show up. They're gonna play. They're gonna bring a crowd, whatever it is. But it's like, to me, I guess where it becomes a weird thing is whenever somebody's like, that like, oh, I only like folk music, and so I'm only gonna play folk music, and it's like every single night.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's like, and then suddenly they're like, I don't understand why we have no customers anymore after like a couple months of doing that. And it's like, well, maybe it's because you were playing the same folk bands every single night.
Yeah.
And same type of music. And it's like in the country bars, I get it. Country's like
Yeah.
that. There's so many country artists in Oklahoma that they can spread all around and move around all day long.
about to say,
And-
there's
Yeah,
a-
we've only had
and I
one
like-
country
and I-
band play here, which is really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they don't want to play here because they only want to play bars where they're guaranteed X amount of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to rely on their own talent to pull people in the door to get paid.
Yeah, well, I mean, and some of them are like that. Some of them will bring the people
Yeah.
regardless, you know. But the problem is that they're playing such big, like I know some country artists here that will play a bar, and then they'll turn around and play in an arena.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, and it's because they're okay with that. They're okay with the small stuff and the big stuff.
Right.
But it's like, but my thing is that like all these people, somebody at over there, it was Aloha. It was the guy that does sound over there or whatever. He messaged me one time and he said, you know, you spend a lot of time over at Grand. And I said, well, yeah. I mean, they play a lot of the newer music that nobody else is playing. They're playing bands. This band right here,
Yeah.
people will not play them because of what they do. They set shit on fire. They do all sorts of crazy shit in their shows. They will not play them.
Huh.
But yet there's other venues that will, and suddenly they get mad that Saturday when everybody goes over to that other venue because they didn't come to their little show that they played last week or whatever it is, you know.
Yeah.
Still on. Cool. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I just have a weird, you know, beef beating a dead horse type shit. I don't know if I'm just having that thing in Oklahoma City, but it's like, but I noticed that scenes are like that, where like in Colorado, it's predominantly EDM. It's all drum and bass. It's all EDM and folk, and that's it. There's like maybe 2 punk bars in the whole city of Denver, and there's none of that in Boulder.
Yeah.
And it's
there
like,
used to be
you know,
used to be a couple places that I'd play there, and I remember it dropped from like 4 places to 3 places to 2 places.
Yeah.
over the years, you know.
And
Yeah, it
then
just
and
got-
some metal
yeah.
bands will play the you know the bigger bars that Live Nation ran, but like that. But that's the thing, and it's the same way here. Where like we have a metal scene,
Yeah.
we have a rock scene.
Here's a cool
You know?
place called the Black Sheep in Colorado Springs. They do like metal, punk, and all
yeah,
that stuff
I've
too.
heard- I've heard of
I've
Black
played
Sheep.
there before. It's really cool.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing is, and that's near a military base, and a lot of military people listen to metal. You know, a lot of Air Force people listen to metal because, like, I served in the Air Force, and they like always listen to that kind of stuff. But it's like, I mean, it's just certain states that like they have their scenes, but Oklahoma has kind of an eclectic scene. There's scenes of every type of music all out here, but then these venues are the ones kind of making it where people aren't actually listening or hearing all these different types of music.
Yeah, because they tell you like that they don't like that kind of music, and I really like this kind of music, and so
Most
it's
of those
just, like just kind of shuts it out. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And the majority
You
of
know,
them
why,
are like,
why do you think these metal bands around here like rent out the local VFWs?
Yeah,
Right.
because
Or, like,
again,
hardcore and,
because
like, deathcore
military
bands and
people
shit, yeah.
love metal, like, you know, and it's like, and so they'll come up and drink and have a good time, and
it sucks because
Right.
majority of them are like into all the indie pop garage bullshit here, you know.
yeah, I mean it's that or it's just like they're like there's really good rappers here, and yet like a lot of times the rap that a lot of people listen to is the mumble rap,
Yeah.
and the stuff I don't like, right? But it doesn't mean
There's a kid. Speaking of, I just gotta do a thing. There's a kid named Peyton Cash who's really fucking good.
Yeah, we've had them here a couple times.
He's gonna be here next month. I think on the 17th or some shit. I don't think July. I think in August. I got him in August. I think.
Oh well, yeah. Well, we were supposed to have him here. Was it last weekend?
Yeah,
But
last
that one got
week.
canceled.
Yeah, the touring act last week canceled
Yeah.
because the air conditioner was busted.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Peyton Cash, man. Fuck, this kid's fucking like, fuck. It's like so fast and articulate. You can understand what the fuck he's saying.
see, and that's what I like. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Hey, it's just like even with like certain metal, like I have friends that love, you know, the heavier stuff, and like, but I'm a lyricist type, so like I like music that has, you can understand what they're singing, you can understand the lyrics, you know, and that's just a personal thing. But doesn't mean I don't have those people on the show, because it's
Right.
like if somebody hits me up and they want to be on the show, and it's like a band, you know, that's like very heavy. I mean, I'll let people listen to you. I mean, we had an episode where we played music from a show that, like, I knew that they were absolutely horrible, and the whole point was to point out how horrible that band was.
Was that the last show you played my music on?
Yes.
What a
No.
dick.
No. No. It was like one of our first episodes. We used to do these episodes where we used to play like music that we just like heard that week in the venues,
Okay.
and we wouldn't even ask to do it. We just play them, and some people would hit us up and be like, "Dude, you played my song. That's awesome!" Like people actually thought that was cool, you know.
I've been
And,
back on my ska shit lately. We need more ska bands in Oklahoma. Yeah, I mean it won't really matter since I moved to Georgia, but
What are you talking about?
We need more ska.
Didn't you hear that at least the latest single by Christoph and the Love Donations?
Yeah.
I heard that's an awesome
yeah,
ska song.
you got that saxophone in it, man.
Who the fuck is Tim? But
We need more ska bands.
more ska.
More
bands.
ska bands. We only got 2.
Christoph
Well,
and
yeah,
the Love
you know how many
Donations.
people.
And
You know how many people play horns?
Huh?
You know how many people play horns? You need to go tackle the jazz bands and make them join ska
I was about
bands.
to say, or just go.
Because that's the only time I ever hear bands try to do ska. Like, is
Yeah.
if they go to the jazz nights and stuff,
They
they'll
go
do
to
ska.
Just go to OU, steal
just go to OU, like
go to
Go
any of
use
the
music
colleges,
department, just steal their jazz
Yeah.
department, make them all ska players.
or just
Like, hey, you want to do
Yeah.
something fun and not play jazz?
you want a summer internship?
you're right.
An internship.
But yeah, we only got,
playing
like-
ska.
But yeah, there's only like 2 in our state though right now. But there's actually surprisingly a big ska scene in like our country.
yeah.
So,
Oh, and what's the name of that new documentary?
well, like the
Or
most
is-
recent
or
one,
is
like
that an old one? The one we watched.
it
the
came
other
out a
day?
few years ago. The Pick It
okay.
Up ska in the '90s. It was
That was
Tim
pretty
Armstrong
good.
narrating it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
That
pretty
was a
good
pretty good one.
Yeah,
This first I've heard of it was recently, so I didn't realize it.
yeah. It came out like
Did Scott Ian ever make an appearance?
no,
Scott Ian, master of ska.
yeah.
So I guess what is the plan for the band after Tim leaves?
Well, we still got Adrian.
Yeah.
Yeah, Adrian's still part of the band.
Does he play drums or just?
that was the drummer.
Before
that-
me,
Oh, was he?
before-
before,
Tim,
before I
yeah.
stepped
Okay.
in. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he also plays those other.
Well, he's faking his way through everything else.
Oh, okay. So he's still learning that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how are you going to incorporate that stuff into it, or are you just not going to?
Well, I mean, I wrote all the fucking parts for fucking everything a million years ago.
Well,
like,
Oh, okay.
you know, it's just a matter of, you know, like I'm slowly building up equipment. Like I said, I may possibly just do fucking triggers and fucking backing tracks to have some fucking keys, or just keep playing shows as a trio without keys like we've been doing, even though we're supposed to have fucking synthesizers because we're a goddamn new wave band.
We're trying.
But, you know,
I was about to say we've been trying the last few months, and like everyone keeps flaking out that we've been talking
yeah,
to. So
nobody wants to even fucking try. They say, oh yeah, and then they don't even show up.
yeah,
They don't even come to the fucking concert to see what we sound like. Nothing. You know, there's just they got that Oklahoma-titis where they're all just like fucking, you know, like to talk a lot of shit but not actually do anything.
Man, it sounds like me. All right. Well, I mean, is there anything else you guys want to go over for the show, or like anything else today? Or
Well, Ho Ho Ho's being released on vinyl. It's a lathe cut vinyl, like usual. There'll be probably like 25 copies. I didn't double count. It might be 24. It might be 26, but it's about 25 copies. I got to go and number them all still. And so you'll be able to pick that up at the show. We're gonna have limited edition Christmas in July, Who the Fuck is Tim, Christoph and the Love Donations t-shirts. Hit me up on any of the social medias from either Christoph or Incom Cyber Hall. Message me and you can pre-order one of those to make sure you get your size.
yeah.
$20 for those, $25 for the vinyl. Shows July 19th at 89th Street, Brian Parton opening. We're gonna do some Christmas shit and have some fun. Might be a snowball fight. I don't know.
that's awesome.
Yeah, because
You
you
get a
know.
snowball machine.
Yeah. Just,
Snowball machine.
just-
I don't know what you call it, the ice machine.
We're just
snow.
gonna
They make
we're
snow
gonna-
cones, right?
We're gonna pour.
Yeah.
And then you just,
We're gonna pour water. You know, in the pit area of 89th Street.
yeah.
Below the step, we're gonna fill it with water and freeze it, and let people rent ice skates.
Oh yeah.
So it can be an ice skating mosh pit.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, that's
Yeah.
a whole lot.
That sounds like
scary.
That sounds like a very bad liability.
I totally got permission from the club. Swear.
Broken,
Yeah,
broken
totally.
ankles and puncture
Yeah.
wounds and people getting decapitated
You
and
remember?
shit.
You remember when we
Right.
opened for Cancer Slug and all the kids were moshing to my Sia cover? They were moshing to Chandelier.
Yeah, during the slow part too.
Yeah, it was the slow part.
They mosh kind of weird nowadays. They do this like arm thing back and forth and like run around in circles.
Looking like the inflatable like
Arm guy.
arm guy thing.
Hell yeah,
Like,
dude.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
But other
They're
than
like
that,
Jack Sparrow running away from the fucking the cannibal fucking tribe in the second movie.
but other than that, the band's still going to exist. You know, like I said, I'm still retired, so I'm just going to do what I want to do when I want to do it. I'm not going to fucking be playing a whole bunch. So this is probably the only show that's going to happen until the Christmas party in December. And then I still gotta talk with Resonator about that to lock in the date. And then we're trying to get Blizzard to move back, but that's probably not going to happen. Let's see, December. I think we're probably looking at either the 14th or the 21st. Most likely the 14th, but I'll look into both of
14th
them.
would be a lot better because I had like a little. I may crash in my PTO and I will probably be out of town around that time on the
that's dumb.
21st.
Yeah, I
That's
mean
dumb.
it is Christmas week.
That's dumb.
so-
It's I mean
That's dome.
that's why I got that's why I got cashed
That's
in like
dumb.
now.
That's dome.
Yeah,
So-
use or lose.
That's dome.
yeah, right.
That's dome.
Yeah.
That's dome. So anyway, yeah, probably December 14th. And then I don't know, maybe we'll do one sometime in 2025. Maybe we'll do one or two concerts.
Nice. Jesus, what are you doing? Stop. I'm gonna have to mute all that. All right. Well, it is midnight. It is 12:06.
Yeah, we got to watch our new
So
shitty
we're gonna-
episode of Star Wars.
We're
The
gonna
Acolyte.
cut this episode
this new
off.
episode of Star Wars is going to suck balls.
Yeah.
They probably forgot that they killed that guy. And he's
How
probably
much you
gonna
want
be
to
back
bet
in
it's
it.
going to be another flashback episode? That
Oh
seems
my
to be the
God.
common theme. You get
Right.
2 episodes and you get a flashback episode. Two
Well,
more
yeah,
episodes,
yeah,
flashback
because-
episode.
Well,
That
yeah,
still blows
because
my mind because
that's
it's like,
because it fills in the gaps like forever.
for the poor writing.
Yeah, exactly. What are you talking about? That's what they do. That's what they used to do on sitcoms. They used to put in like a rememberal episode where they put in all the previous episodes in it, like because it was a way to fill in.
That's what
gaps.
they did with the first 2, and
Yeah.
then you got the third
They
story
usually
about
do that during the holidays.
You got
Oh, yeah?
the
Yeah.
third episode was pretty
They shoot,
wild,
They shoot
dude.
like 2 or 3 scenes, and then they would just load like have you ever watched Tool
He's
Time or
holding
like those type of
himself
shows?
up like a chicken, like he's fixing to like cook himself for
Dude,
Christmas.
no, like
An itch.
Acolyte's like absolutely wild. Like the first 2 episodes you get, and then they go into this third episode where they go like into a flashback, and then they have this whole arc where it's like, oh yeah, our mothers are lesbians, and we're created by the Force, and we're twin sisters, and it's like, okay, that kind of breaks lore because Anakin's like, he was created
Didn't
by
they
the Force.
didn't they like do something in space that like is
they
not
had
scientifically
lesbian
possible?
sex in space.
No,
Yeah.
that's fine.
And they
that's
had two-
okay.
and they had
that's
2
kinda
girls.
hot.
and then they had 2 girls that
that's
were
okay.
created by the
I'm
Force.
not saying that. I'm saying like
Makes
that
no
they,
sense.
that they had like they breathed in space or something. They did something in space. that you
Oh, there was a
cannot
fire.
do.
That's what it was.
Yeah, fire.
Yeah.
There was a fire in space.
Yeah.
You can't do fire in
Yeah.
space.
Hey,
Yeah, they have
man,
the fire in
This
space.
was in a different galaxy.
Yeah,
Science
far,
might
far
work
away,
differently
man.
there. It is a galaxy far, far away.
You mean like when you ever watch some type of sci-fi thing and like there's sounds coming out of the spaceship or there's sounds coming from whatever and you're
Oh,
just
but
like it's
anyways-
a vacuum. There's no sound.
There's no
period.
sound
But
space.
no,
this is
obviously.
a different
and this was
The
galaxy.
funny
lasers
too.
can't hear the lasers.
Well, and this is the funny part too about that episode. So like they do this weird it was like this witch coven. They're all lesbians,
Oh,
and they
yeah,
do this
yeah.
weird chant, and then all of a sudden there's a fire inside this brick building. Like the brick building catches on fire, and
Well-
everyone dies.
Like I said, man.
So
This
any of
is
my
different.
lesbian friends listening to the show, because I have quite a few of them. Sorry for them.
No.
explaining
And
that
sorry for
episode.
Disney,
this is-
honestly, because they do not do anything well anymore.
No, this is literally
This is
Star
literally
Wars.
what it is.
I know. I get what
yeah.
you're explaining exactly what Star Wars does right now. It's like it's because Star Wars is trying to be inclusive, and yet they do a really bad job at it.
Yeah, that's what
That's
we're
what I'm saying.
Because I
That, like,
love
it-
inclusivity.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
don't
they are
get me
hor-
wrong.
No, I'm saying,
Yeah.
like literally, they are horrible at it.
Yes.
Like, and it's because they were never inclusive people. Like, if you actually look back, there's banned cartoons of Disney like making Hitler cartoons
Yeah.
of like Nazis. Are you like they are not inclusive. Like,
Right, right.
like, and they're trying to do things that they're not capable of doing. Like, go back to making fucking funny ass kids movies about fucking dogs and shit. Like that. Like stuff.
I
you
don't
know,
want
like,
to see a movie about kids fucking dogs, man.
That's not what I said. It's not
That's
what
what
I said.
I heard.
But I mean, hell, just
Are
before
you trying to
Movies
get us
about
canceled?
Dogs.
Are you trying to get us
About
canceled?
dogs. Oh, jeez. I'm cutting this
Disney's
whole
so
back end. This
ridiculous,
is all
too.
being deleted.
it's ridiculous too, because like before the show came out, like
I was supposed to cut off the show like 5 minutes ago. Now we're going off
George
the
Lucas
rails.
is at this
We're off
convention.
the rails.
No, there's just like video. It's out there. Before
This is the
Acolyte
bonus
came
part,
out,
apparently,
Yeah.
at this point.
I'm still on Star Wars, but
Yeah.
like there's
It's
this
like
video.
we're gonna make a whole podcast called Tim and Star Wars. It's gonna be a remote thing that just talks to Tim remotely about Star Wars, and we're just gonna meet
Dude,
up
it's wild,
online.
though.
5 of us, or 4 of us, 4 of us.
Five of
Well,
There's a-
well, there was a person here that left, and you
That was
should have been.
Adrian.
You should have been a part of this, but. Then
But
we're
it
all
was
gonna meet up
hilarious.
online
He
through
takes
like.
care of his aunt, and the power went out, and he had to get back to her.
Oh no, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
it's
What
crazy
I'm
before
saying
the
is, what I'm
Acolyte
saying
came
is
out.
that we're gonna make another podcast, and it's just gonna be through Riverside, and we're just gonna connect online, and we're gonna have Tim on the other side just talk about Star Wars all day, and he'll lead the show. He'll just like start off
Dude.
about an episode, and he'll be like, "Hey, you know that stupid part in the fucking show?" And then like we'll be like, "Yeah, I watched that episode. Yeah, it was horrible," and then we'll just go on like a tangents of just.
You know, I
hatred of
really
Star
try
Wars
to
now.
like all the Star Wars, all the new ones, just like them for what they are, and just enjoy them anyway. And this Acolyte is the first one where I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, I mean,
Before the
like,
show came out, like George Lucas was at a convention or something, and like someone said that Star Wars was too white, and I'm like, he was like, dude, like, most of the characters are fucking aliens. Like, what do you
Yeah.
mean it's too white?
Yeah, that was the. I mean, that is
And not
the-
inclusive. It's like one of the main characters is a woman, and she's like one of the biggest hero that leads the fucking rebellion. What do you mean?
If we're being real, episode 1 is pretty questionable. I mean, they all they. I mean, a
even
certain
the
planet
humans
they start
aren't
talking
human.
a certain
Yeah.
way
You know?
because they
Yeah.
live in a desert. And then another group starts talking a certain way because they live in a jungle. And then another group talks a certain way. You know, like the people that they chose to do these voices.
Dude, Jar
kinda-
Jar was a total fucking badass.
Jar Jar Binks.
have you heard? Like he's a fucking dark Sith Lord.
Yes, I know, and I
They're coming out
believe
with a
that.
new
I
Lego
believe
set.
that theory. I believe that theory.
They're putting out a new Lego set where it's
Yeah.
Sith Jar Jar.
Yeah,
See?
it's
They're actually putting
yeah,
it
they're
out.
doing a
For
dark.
real?
It's a dark Millennium Falcon, and it's like you get Darth Jar Jar, Darth Ray, and like you get a light side Darth Vader. Yeah, it's pretty wild. Like
are
he's
you
wearing
gonna-
like
wait,
white
is this
armor
for
and
real?
everything, and he has like a blue
Yeah.
lightsaber. Yeah,
What?
Yeah.
yeah, it's a real
Yeah.
thing. It's coming out in August.
I need it.
They
I need
again,
it. I need
again,
a Darth Ray.
They will do anything for money. It is Disney. They will do anything for money. And me talking like this is probably gonna get murdered. I mean, just talking bad about Disney like this on a public thing.
No,
You
I
gotta,
don't
talk
care.
bad,
Fuck
you gotta
Disney.
talk bad about Boeing for that. You gotta,
What?
you gotta talk bad about Boeing for that.
Boeing, the company?
Yeah.
Why? Because they can't fly planes, or?
Do you remember those stories and what there was that one whistleblower and he
Oh
ended-
yeah, they
and
got
then-
murdered. for it.
and then like a month later, there was like
Yeah.
another one that like
Yeah, and
ended
then
up dead.
he died. Like, yeah, you can't talk about Boeing either. You can't be like, man, they could really do better on fixing certain types of planes, you know, and then like dead, but just by questioning anything.
It's just
dead.
like, oh, we were
You
watching.
question Boeing, dead. That's
What was I building that night? I was building some Lego kit. Like
It
in,
was something Star Wars.
I was I was building some Star Wars Lego set. And we were watching the Tetris murders or whatever on HBO. And there's the one whistleblower on the phone that was afraid to say his name or whatever and everything. And I looked at you, was like, how much would you bet them Russians fucking got him after this documentary?
Oh fuck! I bet, dude. That was that was pretty nuts. I was all over the fucking game Tetris. It was like this whole, like, dude, it's on HBO Max. You should watch it.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy.
Oh, I was building the TIE interceptor. That's what I was building.
all right, everybody. Christoph and the love donations.
Did I ever tell
Thank
you
you
where
all
I got
for
the
being
name
on.
The Love Donations?
I know it's dirty.
It's not dirty.
Okay, what
It's
is it?
technically not. It's technically not dirty.
Oh,
It's
okay.
technically not.
Jim Baker, the preacher. I got to go to his compound and see him live. If you could look back on the internet, it was my birthday. So for a birthday present, my mom bought me tickets to see Jim Baker because I like crazy preachers, and I like cults and preachers and fucking nutsoid shit. So she took me to Jim Baker's compound to see Jim Baker, and
You like Jim Baker's
so there's
nuts?
all these blue-haired old ladies and everything like you see on Jim
Yeah.
Baker's show. It's on the internet. If you look back and then you just see this like one giant dude draped in black with a skeleton glove just sitting there chilling watching the show in the middle of all these like crazy blue-haired old ladies, right? But I'm on there. I'm on the show. But no, and he would be all like, and for a $15 love donation, and
Yeah.
just turning on the tears and getting money from people. And that's why I named the band The Love Donation.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
We turn on the tears, yeah.
I
The band turns on the tears because of how much pain you put them through on a daily basis.
Just you.
I
He's a little
told
bitch.
I told Christoph.
I'm sure he probably does go home and cry himself to sleep every single day.
I have done that, and I could probably say that I've done that recently too. So, but whether or not that was over, this or something else, that's totally, up to the imagination. I think.
I told Christoph a funny story earlier when we were listening to Bad Religion in my car running errands. So, we were listening to Against the Grain, and the song, I can't remember which song it was. Jay Bentley does a guitar or a bass solo, and I was like, he's a better bass player than you. And then, I told him, I was like, last time I saw Bad Religion, I met Jay Bentley, and then I was like the second person standing in line outside the doors, and Brian Baker came walking up on the other side of the gate, and we looked at each other in the eyes, and he Homer Simpsoned me. He like made eye contact, and then he slowly backed away, like disappeared into the trailer. And I was like, fuck. And I was like, you're the one I want to talk to the most.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
we're gonna say,
You know what you should do? You should put your whole closing segment recorded, so you just can hit a button, and then whenever we won't shut up, it's just playing anyway.
Well, here's the problem: is that if people give donations, then you have to point them out and talk
Love
about them.
donations?
I mean, I could start calling them those.
Okay, you gonna pay me for
Yeah,
it.
yeah. You got to say it though. You got to be like, you gotta.
Love donation.
There you go. See, I can totally
All right.
mark that. Okay, got it.
I'm going to
okay.
drink my beer and watch my shitty show now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for being on, and thank you, Tim, for your friendship and everything, and thank you for being out here and stuff.
Yep.
You know, definitely enjoy hanging out with you guys. So.
July 19th is not only his last show with us, it's his last night in Oklahoma. He
Yep.
leaves July 20th.
I leave the next day.
You're flying out.
No,
So
I'm
you're
driving. I'm dragging a little U-Haul trailer in my car.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm driving to Georgia.
Georgia.
Yep.
Should just get a flight back from Georgia and just fucking go with them, just so I can get the fuck out of Oklahoma for a while. But yeah. As for the local earshot, I run on 3 tenets. It's the value for value program. It's time, talent, and treasure. I value everybody's time for listening. And if you want to be on the show and you're an artist, then you can reach out to me at john@thelocalearshot.com or on any of our social medias, and then I can set you up for an interview. If you want to donate to the podcast, then
Love donation. Is that what
you
I'm
go.
supposed to do?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, my bad. I was like totally zoned out. I started to fall asleep.
then go over to thelocalearshot.com/donate and give yourself a.
Love donation.
There you go. See, and that's how it works. And yeah, thank you for listening to the show.
Word.
Word.
Bye.
Who the fuck is Tim?
I still don't know what the fucking eBay is.
I know you don't know what a fucking eBay is. You were trying to buy weird shit on it.